The Map on the Train by Max Jones. Episode 4. Wee Davy looked around at his brothers, who were quiet again. Peter smiled at him, and he broke into a grin and waved his arms up and down and then returned to slapping the edge of the table. Janice smiled at him. He stopped and held out his arms to Peter.
His lordship definitely wants you to pick him up. Are you going to risk it?
No, I've never held a baby before.
Oh, give it a go. Just pick him up and plonk him on your leg. Then hold him round the tummy. You'll be fine.
Are you sure?
Aye.
Peter picked him from the seat. Davy smiled and gurgled, and his legs started jerking rhythmically. He sat him on his leg, and Davy leant back against Peter's chest, one thumb going quickly into his mouth.
Ha! Got what he wanted. So he's happy. Typical man.
Davy was warm and heavy. Peter smelt talcum powder. He bounced for a while, and then his movements got smaller, and his head began to loll. He was asleep again, dozing as the afternoon sun softly lit the tops of the grey-blue mountains in the distance.
Amazing! That baby has never slept so much. Sandra, have you seen your wee brother?
Aye.
What's your name?
Peter.
Hello, Peter. Wee Davy must sense something nice, safe about you.
I get nervous.
What? He's fine. Fast asleep.
No, I mean, I get really nervous with people.
No.
More than nerves, it's fear. Sick fear.
That sounds a wee bit extreme, son.
I know they won't like me. I'm sure they won't. People are... I don't trust them. I get so I can't speak. Can't think of something to say, so I say nothing.
That must be exhausting.
I can't help it. I've been like this since... well, then they leave me alone.
That's a shame.
Peter found that once he'd started talking, his hardwired, inbuilt need to finish, to get to the end, kicked in. He had to say all. If he stopped now, he'd never stop thinking about this half-finished thing.
No, it's a relief. I'm not waiting to fail anymore. Wondering what the thing that I do or say will be what makes them hate me. When they finally go away, I stop worrying.
So why do you?
See, when I was at uni, I got worse. Well, it was horrible. All their expectations, their demands.
Demands?
Like, come to the pub, we'll have a laugh. Come to this party or that party.
Maybe they just wanted to be your friend.
Why? I'm nothing. I'm not interesting or funny. I'm no good at social stuff, at conversation. And I don't like alcohol. I just don't understand jokes. I could never spot the punchline. I'd never know. So I'd laugh too early or too late, make myself look stupid. They'd take the mickey out of me, and I had no idea why. I can never tell when someone is telling me something true or false.
But people do that to each other all the time. Friends do it. And well, maybe they really did like you.
But why? I'm nobody.
What a sad way to describe yourself. Nobody? Nothing? Whoever said that about you?
It's just how I am. It was worse when they'd say so-and-so fancies you, and I don't understand why anyone would. So what do they want from me? And how do you behave with them? I don't know, so I can I can only fail because I can never understand. And I'd be embarrassed and...
Ah, now I know what you're saying.
Well, it's a relief. When it's over.
When it's over?
Yeah. And now I cope by finding reasons to dislike people. People I've never met. I do it all the time. I did it to you. I look at them and I work out what's wrong with them. I decide, and it's never good. In all cases, they ignore me or are nasty to me, so I won't matter because I never liked them anyway. They weren't worth worrying about, so then I don't.
Well, we all love to judge people. I know I do.
Well, it's more...
Oh, I know. I was just putting it into my lingo. You know, you've just shone a wee light on something.
Really?
Aye. You've made me think about myself. I'm not making this about me, I promise. But, well, like I'm furious, disgusted with my sister. When I said I'd take them on, you know what I saw in her face? Excitement. Not even relief, but real excitement. It was like I'd given her her freedom back. No longer weighed down by kids. No longer scaring men off because she'd got them. Oh, Peter, I'm so angry. Secretly, I have to admit I'm also relieved.
Are you?
Aye, I always tensed up inside. When Sandra called her and there was no answer, or she was only on the phone for 5 minutes, saying she'll call them again soon, and then never did. When she told Sandra, after not speaking to them for a week, that she needed some peace, well, I knew that she'd moved on with her single life, gone back in time to a life before she had them. I knew at some point she would really hurt them. And now she's done it. So, it's over. It's done. I don't have to consider her anymore. No more worry that I'm taking over, or stopping her being a mum to the kids. Because she doesn't want to be. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. When the thing you fear most happens, and you survive it, well, the future's just freedom.
Aye. Well, maybe. But I'd never admit this. But I also feel better than her, superior to her, like I'm a better person. Isn't that awful, making this about me? But I do. Either way, I'll pick up the pieces and move on, but I'm happy to. I don't need to resent her anymore. I just don't think she'll matter anymore.
Wee Davy stirred and came awake, his feet marching again as he did so. The thumb was removed, and he used it to point out of the window at the passing countryside. Peter sat him on the table so he could get a better view, holding him upright. Janice watched the two of them.
Maybe kids are your thing.
I'm actually scared of them.
Janice looked across the aisle at Callum and Rory, now sitting sulkily quiet with Sandra, and nodded.
Aye, I can see your point, son. But there's no harm in most of them, though. Mostly they're just clumsy and daft. My two, especially Rory, always off in a world of their own. Typical wee boys. They forget reality and other people. And they're too young to consider consequences. But they do push me to the edge sometimes.
She squeezed forward over the table and whispered,
When they get really bad, I threaten them with Sandra. Always brings them into line.
She hits them.
Oh, it's just a wee cough. It stings, but no damage. It brings them up short when reasoning's failed. And I know, and they know, that she'd jump in front of a speeding train without a second thought to save them if they were in danger. Knowing that makes a difference. The boys know it, and they love her, even in the awkward, odd sort of way we boys do everything.
I thought Callum hated her with the things he says.
Aye, you've a lot to learn about we boys, Peter.
Aye, have I.
They both laughed.
Aye, you do. I am sorry about your ma.
Ah, no bother.
Don't overdo it, son.
Sorry.
There's something else I should say sorry for too.
Is there?
Aye. My performance when I got on the train.
When you came through the door?
Aye. I was so angry. So let down. When I saw you shake your head at us. Well, that was the limit. Bang! I saw red.
I don't know why I did that.
Ah, you do. And to top it all off, my sister played right into it. Into that stereotype of people like us. On benefits, 2 kids with 2 different men, and then can't be bothered with either of them.
No, but now I know what was.
So I thought, well, I didn't think, didn't need to. I just acted. Brought all of your nightmares to life at once. Performed for the whole carriage, and then sat with you.
Oh, so that's why you chose this seat?
Aye, sorry.
No, it's fine. I understand. I think I deserved it.
Aye, well, maybe. But look, you had your worst nightmare, and you survived.
I'm glad, actually.
What?
I'm glad. I'm glad you came to see her. Glad we talked. God, I'd never thought I'd say that an hour ago.
Even with your map getting the wee Davy treatment?
Yes, as you say, I can tape it.
Fair enough.
Even though, maybe even because my worst nightmare just happened, my stomach is fine. I should be doubled up in agony now, and yet, I'm fine.
Janice smiled, then noticed they were getting close to Journey's End.
Callum, Rory, we're nearly there. Go to the toilet now. It's a long walk home, and there's nowhere to pee, remember?
The boys got up and waited until Sandra took their hands, and they all marched off to the toilets.
Sandra seems to do a lot.
Aye.
She should get an Oscar. She totally convinced me to stay here because of wee Davy.
Aye, that was a new one for me. Who'd have thought Sandra could do mischief? There's so many things that girl could do if she's given a bit of a chance. You know, she won't rest if she hasn't done a thing herself. Like the luggage. She needs to see it and put it away, or she'll spend all the journey getting up and down to check nothing's been forgotten.
Oh, like a compulsion?
Maybe. I don't label it. I just let her do what makes her feel okay. If she needs to carry all of the bags and store them, then that's what she does.
Makes sense, I suppose.
She's very bright, you know. Dexterous. She shows how clever she is through her hands. I'm so proud of her.
Yes, I noticed.
The train was now entering the outskirts of Mallaig. Terraced houses were running past the window, much to the fascination of wee Davy. More bouncing.
Come on, wee Davy. Let's get you settled in your wee buggy.
The train was slowing further. The Colonel, as we called him, got up from his seat, followed by his bony wife, and started to walk down the aisle. Peter noticed he had left his paper scattered about on the table, and parts had slid onto the floor. Sandra and the boys came to sit back down. Janice noticed the Colonel.
Oh, I think we'll wait.
She grinned. Now travelling no faster than walking speed, the signs from Mallaig station passed the window. Several people got up and stood in the aisles ready to disembark. The Colonel and his wife were forced to stand behind them, right next to Janice's table. They both looked uncomfortable and turned their backs, staring through the windows opposite.
You know, Peter, you should never let your doubts about people make you unhappy.
Okay.
Remember that you might be wrong about them. Otherwise, you might turn out to be as miserable as the nasty, passive-aggressive old man standing at our table right now.
Don't turn around, Esme. Don't give them the satisfaction.
You may have a point there.
I mean, imagine going through life being that sour and miserable. You know, I bet at one time people used to like him. I bet once he used to have fun. And look at him now. Miserable, sad, and nobody wants to be around him. Not even his wife, I would imagine.
Well, really?
Esme, I said don't engage with them.
I didn't.
You did. It's what they want.
Imagine if that's as good as your conversation gets. Sad.
This is insufferable.
The Colonel turned suddenly as if to shout at Janice, but found everyone staring at him. He muttered something and turned back, red-faced and sweating. Rory blew a long, wet raspberry at him, and he and Callum fell about laughing, followed by the rest of the table. The train stopped, and after a moment the doors banged open against the side of the train. The Colonel and his lady wife quickly shuffled off.
Right, that's us. Sandra, you get the bags, and I'll put Davy in his buggy and follow you.
Aye, okay.
Callum, Rory, say goodbye to Peter.
Bye, Peter.
Goodbye, boys. Rory, thanks for showing me that viaduct.
Rory looked confused.
The what now?
Oh, sorry, I meant Harry Potter's bridge.
Aye, okay, no bother.
Well, goodbye, Peter. This was quite a journey in more ways than one, eh?
It was.
For both of us.
Peter picked up the map as they all slid out of the seats and rested it on the table. Davy noticed it and stuck his arm out towards it, his gaze fixed on the map, opening and closing his fingers.
No, you don't, wee man. You've done enough to that map for one day.
Davy looked at Peter and then back to the map, his hand still stretching towards it.
Janice,
Aye?
he can have it.
What?
He can have the map. I'd like him to have it. One day you can tell him about the time you met a grumpy man on a train and split his map.
Look, are you sure? It's got your dad's writing in it and everything. It's special to you.
Yes, I'm sure. I've changed my mind about, well, I've done enough walking alone.
Really?
Yes, I've faced my nightmare. Sorry. And that was okay in the end, so
True enough. Well, take it slowly, eh? Davy steps.
yes, Davy steps. I think I'll stay on the train and go back to Fort William.
Peter handed the map to Davy, who grinned and grasped it tightly to him with both hands, as if he would never be parted from it.
Well, that seems to be a hit anyway. He's good at getting what he wants, if nothing else.
I could learn from him.
Aye. A smile does more than a frown. And that's for both of us. Goodbye, Peter. And good luck with yourself.
Goodbye, Janice. And, well, you too.
Janice smiled and hoisted Davy onto her shoulder.
Aye. Nae bother.
Janice and Davy walked down the train. Davy, still grasping the map, looked back and smiled. Peter smiled and waved. Sandra had taken the bags off the train, and he slid to the window to see her piling them up on the platform and counting them, nodding to herself. Janice followed with Davy and the folded pushchair, which Sandra took off her and opened. Janice plonked him on the seat, strapped him in, his arms jerking up and down once more, with the map still clasped between them. The Colonel and his wife were striding up the concourse, she hurrying to keep up with him. Rory and Callum were riding their horses in circles around them, whooping and yelling, firing their guns. The Colonel swatted at them with his stick. Peter laughed. Janice turned and waved once to Peter, then yelled at Rory and Callum to get in line. She took a deep breath, checked all of her brood were assembled, then grasped her two boys' hands, and squaring her shoulders, marched for the exit. You have been listening to The Map on the Train, featuring Kevo Snell as Peter, Margaret Forster as Janice, Emily Toward as Sandra, Tony Weaver as Callum and Rory, Phil Jones as the Colonel, Mand Austin as Esme, Sheila Jennings as the young woman, and Max Jones as the narrator. The map on the train was written by Max Jones and recorded at the Old Nick Theatre, Gainsborough by Sam Daniel. Original music was composed and performed by Gribbles. The editor was Gordon Craig. This has been a Workhouse Players production.